To Leon Worth. I apologize to the children for dedicating this book to a grown up. I have a good excuse. This grown up is the best friend I have in the world. I have another good excuse. This grown up can understand everything, even children's books. I have a third good excuse. This grown up lives in France where he is hungry and cold. He needs to be comforted. If all these excuses are not enough, I will then dedicate this book to the child who became that grown up. All grown ups were first children. But few of them remember it. So I correct my dedication. When I was 6 years old, I once saw a magnificent picture in a book on the virgin forest called Stories of Life. It was a boa constrictor that had swallowed a wild beast. Here is a copy of the drawing. It was written in the book. Boa constrictors swallow their whole prey without chewing. Then they cannot move and they sleep during the 6 months of their digestion. I then thought a lot about the adventures of the jungle and, in turn, succeeded. With a colored pencil, in drawing my very first drawing. It was like this. I showed my masterpiece to the grown-ups and asked them if my drawing frightened them. They said, "Why would a hat be scary?" My drawing was not of a hat. It was a boa constrictor digesting an elephant. I then drew the inside of the boa constrictor, so that the grown-ups could understand. They always required more explanation. My second drawing was like this. The grown-ups advised me to leave aside the drawings of boa constrictors from the outside or the inside, and to interest myself instead in geography, history, calculation, and grammar. Thus, at the age of 6, I abandoned a magnificent career as a painter. I had been discouraged by the failure of my first drawing and my second drawing. Grown-ups never understand anything on their own. And it is tiring for children to always have to give them explanations. So I had to choose another profession. I learned to fly planes. I flew all over the world. And geography, that's right, served me well. I knew how to recognize, at first glance, China, or Arizona. It is useful if you have gone astray during the night. I have had, in the course of my life, a lot of contact with many serious people. I have lived among the grown-ups. I saw them up close. It did not really improve my opinion of them. When I met one that seemed to me a little lucid, I had them experience my drawing number 1, which I had preserved. I wanted to know if they could come to a real understanding. But they always replied, "It's a hat." After that I spoke to them neither of boa constrictors, nor of virgin forests, nor of stars. I put myself within their reach. I talked about bridge, golf, politics, and ties. And the grown-ups were glad to know such a reasonable man.